this like on a regular basis. 5 days
Oh,
that's like
hi.
efficiency
How
of
is everyone?
60 days.
We've got a great show for you tonight. Got a really great show. Yeah, we're mostly gonna be working on the pop-up book. I hope.
How much do I want to keep them?
Where's that? There we go. Pop-up page.
Think. I mean, they're decent.
This is our test book here. We'll see how it all turns out.
Softball, work speed minus 35.
Pop-up page. Hearing some background audio. It's probably the air conditioner. It is very loud.
Considering letting them go,
Oh, that might be. You might be hearing the baby monitor.
but you know what? We'll see. I guess it depends. Do I have someone?
Oh, you're right. I've still got that tab open. Hi, Epic. All right, there you go. He's gone. I don't have my headphones in. I had stream up just a bit ago, and then I got distracted, and then I started setting up stream. Well, then I'm gonna turn the air conditioner back on because it's hot. We have a new character. We have a new original character on the stream. Just so you know, it's not Mart this time. It's not Fart. Fart, stop trying to make Fart happen. My question is, how am I gonna make this work? Because I didn't really plan this out on how we're gonna. You can tell we've got a great stream tonight. It's been a busy day, if you can believe it. It's been a really hectic week. Let's see here. Where's the scene we want? Ah, yes. Yes. This is Posey with an EY, apparently. I've been misspelling it in internal communications. She just started living at our house today. So she's still very uncertain about what's going on here. Oh, she's doing great. She's learning the ropes. Learning how to chew the ropes. She's about 3 years old, apparently. She's a poodle of some description. And she just had her inaugural poop in the backyard. So we're all very proud. Let's fix that. Hello. There she goes. That's the one. That's the one, Mac. thank you. Oh, now you want to come over here. No. Dog warming gift. All right. Right. Pop up. Pop up. Pop up book. Where is the book? Test book. Test book intro. This is the one. Right, so we had to redo this art, at least. A hot dog. Oh, he's so right, though. He's so right. Right, we weren't sure how to do the pages on this. Because making a bending page would be a nightmare for this setup. It's not out of the question, but it's very unlikely that it's going to happen. So I guess what we need is we need to get out the tablet. Can't believe I had Epic on. Especially when Short's on. All right, we're gonna load up all of these pieces. 'Cause I did keep them on one piece somehow. Yeah, there we go. So the key takeaway that I think we've learned is that these need to extend to the bottom. Put a movie on. Put on Subway Surfers. Give us pen pals. Wait, I could actually provide pen pals. Hilariously. I should put on pen pals. It's calling out to me like the Green Goblin mask. Okay, let's put pen pals over here. Let's remove the audio from pen pals. Let's launch the pen pals. What level do we want? Obviously, we want the one that has a tendency to actually play very well when everything goes decently. Let's see here. So now how would we do window capture? Do we have a pen pals, an existing pen pals scene? We do. We do. Oh, do we ever? There we go. All right. Perfect. The ship is a good one. We get a posy emote. You can't. What can we possibly dethrone? Because we're not taking out Mart, obviously. Mart's here to stay. Okay, I do need to just get out the tablet. I was tempted to try some shenanigans. With just like stretching pieces of the art. Well, it's very important because you never know when you're going to need 64 flint. Good call, Al. Read it like a book. let's just plop this underneath here. What is happening? Day.
Hey, you're making a game.
I am. I'm probably the best game maker on Twitch. This is the best stream on all of Twitch that's about game development. Day, thank you for the 58 months. It's almost a year. I'll have you know. See, I really feel like this block right here could just be stretched down. And it's like, that's good enough. There we go. John Madden, John Madden, John Madden. Okay, yeah, this definitely... Remember that thing I said I wasn't going to bother with, which is just stretching the layers? Well, I'm doing it. I'm doing it now. Okay, so now all these layers are larger. The next question is... Do we want to... I guess we want to add some... This doesn't look quite right. Is it the shading that's wrong? Because we do want it to have, I guess, shadow. Let's add a directional light and see what that does to this. What's the deal here? What is the deal with this mesh? With this meshy mesh? It's got a material. Oh wait, no, it's this right here that matters. Huh. How does shading work with shadow? Oh, because I've got unshaded listed. Should I remove that? Okay, so now it's got potential shadows, and then we would say directional light. We're gonna give it, we're gonna enable shadows, and then also maybe angle it a bit. It's not casting a shadow onto itself, or onto that for that matter. Wait, what? Did it seriously? Did it seriously? Oh, that's like a 1 in 1,000 chance. Probably 2,000 or so. Let me pull up the sequel. Select out from word game answer. 2,557 different answers. Wow. Although I guess it Super Nintendo games are weighted higher, so I guess it's not quite 1 in 2,500. Why is this the way it is? You know, like if I do this, it's like boom, there's a shadow. That's good. That's what we want. But then this one doesn't. Does this? It can. Okay, it can receive shadows. It can receive shadows. Also, this. Don't know what we're gonna do about that. It's a minor issue that we can just tweak a little bit, I think. So I'm not super worried about it right now. But what I am worried about is why doesn't this cast shadows? Like that's weird, right? Like if I had a mesh instance 3D and I just said, okay, it's a box. Boom. It casts shadows right away. Cool. But if I copy this, make it the material, and it no longer casts shadows. It's the fragment for every light affecting the material. Let's look up Godot shader not casting shadow. Why can't my mesh instance cast shadow? Depending on where your light comes from, maybe rotate. Certain objects won't cast shadow. Visual shader materials. Are shadows enabled? Yeah, I got shadows enabled. No memes. Do I need to produce a meme? Turns out the problem wasn't the tree scene, but the demo room scene's instances of those trees. All the trees had an override linking to an older version of my shader. Okay, let's try. Okay, depth pre-pass alpha to the render mode flags. There it is. Boom. We got shadows that it's casting. Can it cast shadows onto itself? Can it cast shadows onto itself? Yes. It. Well, no. Hang on. I'm not sure. It doesn't appear to cast shadows onto itself. Cast shadow onto self. My mesh casts no shadow on itself. Here we go. Good game. That is a good game. Someone should make a ROM hack of Mario World themed around Mario RPG. Make sure casting shadows is enabled. Check. Okay, this is from 2019, so this is probably going to be dated for version 3. How do you generate the mesh? Did you call generate normals? Something about the spatial material. No, nothing good there. Want to include self. Normal bias? Hide you. Is it a property on the light? Okay, so angle that light sideways and let's try the norm. Oh, that's. I am seeing a little bit, like barely. Let's turn off the blur. Nope, leave the blur on, I think. Huh. Interesting. So is it a problem with the normals? Let's see here. Cash outs for mesh. Okay, let's mess around with this a little bit then. Let's have a different shader. Let's grab a mesh instance 3D mesh box. Here it is. Here's our box. Wowie. It does some wonky things. Maybe it's that this pop-up effect is not pronounced enough to get a reasonable shadow. Maybe we should try that first. The fold depth. Let's make that bigger. That seems to give us a little bit more of something. It's like a little bit at least. So why is this shiny? It's not supposed to be shiny, I don't think. How does that work? Godot, shader material, roughness. Okay, where do I set this? In the fragment shader, I can set metallic and roughness. Well, let's do that then. Metallic, it should not be metallic at all, but roughness, it should be pretty rough. Yeah, we don't, well, that's still, I'm still seeing some weird reflectiveness, aren't I? Am I? Roughness from 0 to 1. Metallic. Oh, wait. Metallic 0 to 1. Okay, well, let's try. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. Turn ratio is 0. Unfold it. Nope. Turn ratio. Oh, it's in this uniform float. Right. So if I say 0, boom. That's a really sharp. Yeah. This was maybe too much. Turn ratio. All right, it's fine. It's fine. Let's say that this is our little room here. Then we want more of a parchment-y color, right? In which case we want the albedo to perhaps be. Why is it times 0.3 here? Who did that? No wonder this was looking so weird. Let's get a nicer color on these, maybe. Like if I change this to unshaded, we lose out on the shadows, I think. Yeah. It becomes full bright. So we have to keep that in mind. That the color it actually is not going to be that good. What if we, do we want any colors? Like, is it going to be monochrome of like brown and different brown, or parchmenty color and parchmenty color. Because if so, what we could do, I think we could very easily monochrome all of these. And then go white to black using levels here. Like that. And repeat. Bring the white down here and the black up here. And then let the shader actually color it. And that way we don't have to hem and haw about multiple different different image files that we're like, oh, well, now I got to recolor all of these if I want to address this. Like, no, we don't have to do that anymore. We're just going to make it monochrome. Oh, Waluigi Pinball's a great one, isn't it? All right, so we're going to save these as PNGs. Test 1. Test 2. Test 3, which is going to look a little bit different than it used to. Test 4. Cool. Love it. Give me that. I need to get my pop-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop-up. Override these. Pow. Boom. Incredible. Incredible. Okay. Yes, please. Thank you. Yikes. Okay. What we're gonna do is color this according to the albedo. I guess we're gonna do like an average. So that would be a Vec 3. So const float. Light color is a Vec 3. And then, is that, no, right, this, what am I doing? And then dark color is also a Vec 3. There we go, I'm just gonna make a random color for each of these. An albedo, we're gonna take this as base color equals that as a Vec 3, and then we're gonna calculate the brightness of this. How does this work? This right here is the brightness. vec3 brightness equals this. And then we are going to say that albedo equals vector 3. We use mix. How does this work? How do you go into a vec3 this way? Light color sub-zero, is that it? I should reverse these though. Brightness. Does that give us a start? Float, float. Vector 3. Oh, right. That is not how do you calculate RGB to lightness? Luminance, that's the one. Okay, apparently it is this. Oh wait, no. We got it. It's this plus this plus... Oh, why is this vec 3? That should be just the value. Float. Okay. Can I mix? I think I can do this. Mix dark color to light color along brightness. Hey, all right, that's something. It's not perfect, but it's a start. What if brightness was 0? What would this look like? Okay, I think that's okay, because now we just got to get the right colors to start it with. Did I guess this color correctly so quick? I mean, it's a pretty decent color. Less here, does that do anything? That doesn't, I'm not seeing the dark edges anywhere here. So I feel like it's not adequately... Okay, that is what I would expect to see. So that makes me feel like we're not actually getting the brightness here. Like we're just constantly getting a 1.0 or something. If I said this, yeah, we get kind of a mix. All right, let's do this. Let's say that we are in fact going from 0 to 1. Like that feels like I'm just getting bright light. Like I'm just getting white. Vec 3 1.0. I am in fact just getting white. Okay. Which means brightness is coming across as 1.0, which it shouldn't be. We should be getting 0 around the edges for the outline, for the lines. Why does this happen? Why do we get weirdness here? If I said color.r, what would we get? Feels like we're getting 1 on all of these. Oh, wait. What was that? What was that? What are you giving me here? Oh, unused local variable. Okay, well that's fine. Huh. What about this? Does that give me anything? No. Right. Right, because I want from the texture. Okay. Okay. I want base color, not color dot. There we go. All right. All right. More. What's that? What does she? Posey. Posey, come here. Oh, but now she is here. Hey, Posey. Posey, Posey, Posey. Rosie, Posey. Posey, Rosie, Posey, Rosie, Posey. Can you come on? Here's some ears. Here's some floppy ears. There she is. Posey. She does not. She just went. She's staring very intently. She has this cold intelligence about her. She's a mastermind. A puppet master. Posey's back. Let's see here. No. Get that out of here. That's not the tab I want. The tab I want is this one. So I can get a decent color out of here. This color. Now how do I don't know, learn about this color? Does that give me anything? Oh, that's just the different color selectors we can use. But how do I learn what the color values are? Because Photoshop let me do that. HSV is fine, but I want to see. I want to see the color. No such luck, huh? Okay. It's reddish, greenish. So more green. Honestly, what if we went full red green? Then it would be like yellowish. Right? So that's yellowish apparently. With no blue. Oof. Okay. Bring the green down. Bring it down a lot. bring up the blue to gray it up a bit. Maybe bring the red down a pinch. That's kind of a page color, right? And then we can do a similar setup here, where instead of using this, we kind of cut the values down pretty severely. What do we get there? Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice setup. I think it needs to be darker, though. Yeah, it's kind of nice. It's nice and parchmenty. Maybe we could even go a little bit more. Ooh. Too red, too green. That looks good. I think it's a good base setup here. Okay, so what we have done now is made it she may not. Where this original proposal, please? Okay, so this will work. So now our images can just be black and white, and they will automatically fold up and be appropriately colored to be this sort of parchment-y color. But also, what would be nice is to have a papery texture that we could overlay and that would be automatically on all of these images, and that we could change as one. It will also be black and white, but probably more likely kind of a shades of gray. So let's see if we can get some like papery texture. That's just splattery, which is kind of cool, but ultimately not what we're after. Just this one, stipple effect. Oh, that's just an eraser. This one, splatter. That could be a decent texture right there if we reduce the opacity a bit. What do we got here? Maybe. What do we got? Sketch. Interesting. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that effect a lot. That's very, very peculiar. Oh, that's just pushing things around, I guess. This one. Try these a little bit more. Huh. Okay. This might be the winner. Kind of our fibrous texture. I think it's just about right. It's got a nice texture to it. So we're gonna take that. We're gonna Save that as paper. Oops. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. Best idea I ever had. Okay, so now the shader is going to include a new texture. Paper text. And now all of these are going to use paper text on here. So that's this one, this one, this one, and this one. And now we just need to apply it. The way we're going to do that is we're going to do, I guess, not quite a mix. It's like I want to do a multiply. Can you multiply vectors? It seems like that would work. Well, we got a little bit of texture, it kind of looked like there. Yeah, and we should, and I think we did see that it got a little bit darker when we added it, that makes sense. Let's make the effect more pronounced, perhaps. I hate that I'm getting these little artifacts. I need to fix those, but I'm not super worried about it yet. All right, so we're going to, yeah, we're gonna increase our contrast a little bit here. Something like that. What do I do? Redo. Where is undo? Oh, redo. Control-Shift-Z. Yeah, let's try that. Save it. Re-import it. See what happens. Well, it looks a little bit more textured now, I think. I like it. I like it. It works. It works. Okay. We are going to need this still, aren't we? Let me look over our script. The story of the City of Dreams. We need robots pushing buttons and gears turning. That's going to be a... Okay, so there is something to this that we need to be ready for, which is the potential to, like, animate within this animation, like having something rotating. And the only way I can really think of how to do that would be like a viewport texture. So maybe we're going to assume these things are going to be static for now. Okay, so let's get another set of images. So this one is going to represent in black and white. Is that not black and white? What did I do with my color? Did I change the color type somehow? I did. Okay. So this is going to be robots working at machine consoles. So I want like a little robot at a console with some levers and dials. So basically I want Dabble as seen from behind. And we can trace him. Ah. It's that easy. Yoink. Okay. So he's gonna be like over here, except it's gonna be from behind, so he's gonna look a little bit different. Here. So Dabble seen from behind. Something like this. This. We're at 13. We're gonna go a little bit thinner for the gear. Oh, thank you, Willow. I'm sure it will be great. Something like this, maybe. Like this. This is gonna be about 13. There. Okay, there we go. There's our Dabble from behind. If it's just a new dog, then you don't. Interesting. All right, there we go. So that's the front layer, or at least the start of the front layer for this one, and we'll color it in a little bit because it's got to actually have this. Or else it would be a see-through piece of paper, and that's not how this is supposed to look. Okay, good, good. And then a little bit back here. Yeah, perfect. And then this can be thrown out. Okay, so there's our first piece of this. The next piece is the control panel. Yeah, I'd never heard of that. Incredible artwork here. This is supposed to be the robots working in the city. So I'm just gonna like slap a bunch of things happening and let the depth do the rest, if possible. Who knows? Indeed, who knows? Maybe some kind of... Let's see here. What else would there be? Reread the story. Whizzing about, turning gears, pushing buttons in indecipherable patterns. More robot. See, this'll be fun. We'll do this. Can I do a image arc? Krita arc layer. Warp transform. Advanced tool option. Okay. Copy paste. Copy paste. Look at us copy pasting. 6 of them. Okay, so I do Control T and then then I do what? Perspective warp. Huh. Interesting. Is there a better way to do that? Because that seems... I don't know. Not the best. Liquefy. I don't want to do liquefy. Let's see here. It's gotta be a... I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see here. Mesh in the tool options. Okay, so that is transform. And then, oh, mesh is this one. Then I can choose the number of transform points, I guess. Ah, yes. Look at that. So if I did 1... Yeah, that's better. Yeah, there we go. Now I can do these handles. Okay, it's better. It's a little silly, but it works. Okay, so now we know how to do that. Mesh, add a column, and then we can do this even. Bring that down. Great, cool, looks good. Army of Dabbles. Should they face the opposite direction, maybe? I think for it to look better as a pop-up book, it should have some kind of backdrop to it that they're all sort of connected to. Something like that. I think that's an important thing for this setup. Make it actually properly look like a pop-up book. You would not have that many individual little pieces in a pop-up book. Okay. Good. And then we'll have... Well, hang on. So this could be a little bit lower, though. That's reasonable. And then behind all that... billowing smoke. Billowing smoke from something. Doesn't matter what. From a big smokestack or something. Okay. Okay, and then we're just going to do a quick fill in here with the wand tool. Bop, bop, bop. The donkeys will get you every time. Grow selection by 3 pixels, and then just fill that in with white. Boom. Incredible art. Majesty. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this turns out. Yeah, let's see what happens with this one. Okay, let's save a bunch of images here. Oh, so this is going to be interesting. So each page... Okay, this is doable. All right, put this back on top of here. We're going to work... We're going to do a little bit of magic. A little bit of magic. I need to save some things. Paper Robot, the coloring book. Okay, so this is going to be page 2 D will count from the back up. 2D, and then this one is page 2C. I mean, out of signal coverage. Page 2B. And page 2A. Grab all of those. And put them in the pop-up book folder thing. All right. Duplicate this into page 2. Don't know how we're going to deal with this, but we'll figure it out. All right. The material needs to be made unique. So that we can override the page images. J, make unique, shader parameter. To B. Like, this is a little bit annoying to do bit by bit, but it will be all right because it's not going to be that much to do. There's not going to be that many pages, so I'm okay with just doing it by hand effectively. Here we go. That's a pretty fun little page. It's all squished right now. But that's all right. So that's page 1, that's page 2. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have one animation that controls the turn ratio of... No, this sets the turn ratio right here. Each page will expose its own... Instead of having a timer, we're going to expose a turn ratio and current theta. So we're going to... So that we can control it with an animation. Turn ratio... and center theta. Turn ratio will be turn ratio. Well, I was converting the timer into a turn ratio so that it would just automatically do it. The next step is to actually use that value in an interesting way. Turn ratio can be anywhere from 0 to 1, so we are going to clamp it just to be sure. And then center theta. similarly can be anywhere from 0 to pi. All right, so there's that. That one is done. Gonna be a little bit complicated looking at first, but it's not that bad. Next up, we need the animation player that's going to control this. Page turns. Let's see. It's been a while since we've had. I like the nomads. We occasionally get nomads that are just like hopping from stream to stream to ask their version of the question. I always find that really fun. One thing you wish you knew before you got into developing video games. The one thing I wish I knew is probably that, well, it is different for everyone, first of all. But I wish I knew that for me, what works is just doing. Personally, the best way I learn is just by doing the things. Like, theory is important. Actually knowing how to program is a huge step up. But the way you get to that point is practice. At least for me. For learning, I find it so much easier to learn if I'm actively trying to accomplish a specific task. So even if I'm starting out as a game developer, I'm like, all right, I'm going to make Pong. Getting to the point where I can just display something on the screen is a huge step in the right direction. I don't need to sit there and look at a bunch of how-to guides on how to properly make a game. I think personally for me, the most important thing I can be doing is actually doing something. Hemming and hawing about, well, I don't really have the skill set yet. It's like, it doesn't matter. Just do it. Just get out there and do it. It's like, yeah, but it won't live up to my vision. Well, nothing will also not live up to your vision. At least something is closer than nothing. Page 1, turn ratio. Page 1, center theta. Page 2, turn ratio. And page 2, center theta. So these are going to start at 0. Absolutely. Best of luck on your search for knowledge. May our paths cross again. Aw, well, thank you. I appreciate the follow and the sub. Oh, and to Big Boy Games. Hey, if you're going around asking devs, Big Boy Games, Chip is a good shout for someone else to well, he's not online right now. He's not online right now, but give him a follow too, because he's also a very talented developer who probably has some good insight. That guy knows what he's doing. But again, thank you again for the sub. I very much appreciate it. You too. Good luck on your quest for knowledge. Now get out there and make some games. Get out there and make some games. This is... I wish we could see this live, but we're only going to be able to see it when the game is running, not any editor, just because of the nature of how we're doing this with shaders. Streamer nomads. Oh my gosh, Willow. Absolutely. Let's see. So we're going to duplicate this here. Anytime I stream a game that is something that I've never played before, you will see that we suddenly get a bunch of people we've never met that just pop in. And that means that they are not here because, they're fans of the channel or anything. They are looking for a specific category. and they will hop between different streams of people streaming their favorite game, the one game they're interested in at the time. And so anytime we try out a new game, like Slay the Spire, my early Factorio days, that kind of stuff, we just find people that are they like that game. They like that category, and that's what they want to watch. And that's fine. That's fun. You meet a lot of new people when you try a new category for a bit. With FFX. There you go. Okay. As we increase the turn ratio to 1.0, which is to say a fully opened book, we simultaneously have to move the center of the book to pi over 2. Let's autoplay this, but let's set this animation player as slow so we can see it over the course of 4 seconds. Okay, so we should see a 4-second delay. Ooh, that's not what I was expecting. Also, that was not what I was expecting. What does turn ratio represent again? The heck? The heckity heck? What is turn ratio? Oh, 1 is closed, 0 is open. Oh, I had that backwards. Oh, okay. So then this starts at 1, and 1, and 1, and then 0 here. They're not going to actually turn that fast. Okay, so we get book opens it. That was a little bit different than expected. All right, let's actually let the animation loop, and let's let it run at just full speed here. Something's weird. Well, the player won't actually be here. Yeah, look at this. It kind of pops open a bit. Like, I wouldn't expect it to do that. I mean, I guess it's okay, but What do you mean? That is popping open. That's it going. Well, that right now the cover is not moving. Only the interior pop-up part is moving. We're gonna add some fake pages that move with these. There'll just be some blocky. It is weird. Well, sorry. What I'm expecting it to do is I'm expecting the rightmost side to stay flat, and I want it to pull open without the right pages flipping up. I want the right page to stay down the whole time. But what I'm seeing is that the right side is not doing that. It kind of comes up a little bit. That's what's weirding me out. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I mean, I guess it's not the worst, but okay, so that's gonna happen, and then we're going to do something incredible. We're going to make the next page open while this one closes to a value of pi. And then hold. All right, so we go bop, bop. Let's temporarily let's include a pause in the middle there. So right here, we pause for a bit. So it opens. The next page. kind of overlaps a bit, doesn't it? Why does it overlap a bit? But why does it do that? No, it's not horrible or anything. It's just weird. This is also weird to me, and it makes me think something's wrong with the shader itself. All right, show it to me. Go on. And then it speeds up towards the end, which is unusual. They glue themselves together. Well, I guess that makes sense. Is it something with the vertex shader? It's not a huge shader, which is nice. It makes it easier to debug. So what is happening here? What is happening here? Vertex Z. Vertex X. It's almost like our... All right, so the inputs are turn ratio and center theta. Turn ratio is supposed to be how open the book is. And that's going from 1 being closed and 0 being open. Oh, I just got I got a second Discord notification. I was like, what? Did I get a message or something? And then I looked at GermDove's stream, and I see that he's been online for 6 minutes. I'm like, ah, that's what happened. 1 is all the way open. So we mix unfolded theta to center theta. Ah, gotcha. That would do it. Unfolded theta to center theta. This is probably where things are going a bit wonky, for lack of a better term. Well, is it though? Is it? Because if it is... Okay, so we're going from closed on the right to open in the middle, and then turn ratio at the same time represents 1 minus x times pi of openness. So turn ratio here and turn ratio here. This is all the way open. This is pi open. And here this is 0 open. 0 radians. So 0 degrees, 180 degrees of openness. And then right here in the middle, 90 degrees of openness. Wait a second, is that where things are wrong? 90 degrees of openness. pi over 2, pi over 4 at 90 degrees. Okay, yeah, that should be right then. Oh, weird. Okay, so right here. Right here. Lock it in right here. Boom. What's going on here? What's going on here? This is not the right value. Here we have a turn ratio of 0.5. All right, stop the presses. We're on to something now. Turn off page 2. Let's just use this one. All right, so at this value, we have a turn ratio of 0.5 and a center theta of 1/4 pi. That is supposed to be the page is at a 90-degree angle open. Like the book is cracked open at a 90-degree angle. And that's not what we're seeing here, is it? Oh, yeah, look at that. Center ratio 0. Oh, okay. Center ratio is just 0 right there. Oh, okay. We don't actually have to move the center ratio until we're ready to move the page. Okay. Well, that makes slightly more sense. I had my own variables wrong. Zero, and then to pi. Yeah. The center ratio was wrong. Okay, I think maybe this is correct then. All right. Let's speed up this animation a bit. Let's put it back at full speed. Good dog, Posey. There it is. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Yeah, pop-up book. Pop-up book story. That's looking so much better. Okay, so that's like the first 2 pages. Then I need the Dream Machine. Till one day. Might have like a frog looking confused. Yeah, we can do 2 or 3 more pages of this. It does. It really does. That's looking so good. It's a little pop-up. Little pop-up here. Stop. That's a fun effect. Let me mess with the light. Let me mess with the light a little bit. Oops, not like that. Not like that. Light. Move more this way. Let's blur the light a bit. Blur the shadows on the, I think. I'll see. It almost makes me want to intentionally darken every other fold with the shader. Can we do that? Let's learn. Let's see here. Let's try it. I'm gonna move this up here in all its majesty. And let's see. Can we reference? I do see I have a third notification in Discord now. Let's see here. Can I reference the vertex value here? Alpha equals mix alpha to 0.0 based on vertex.x. Not seeing vertex.x affecting this in any notable way. At all. Oh wait, hang on. It's affecting the real deal though. Okay. So yes, you can use vertex X. Yeah, look at that. See, it fades out towards this side. Okay, and because that's the case, because that's the case, we can actually trim off that little bit of weirdness that we're seeing at the top of the texture using the shader itself. I don't know why this is happening. It's fine. So we'll use the UV to darken it slightly. So let's see here. This right here is our fold width. Mod UVX fold width. Mix that with fold depth over fold width, 0.0 turn ratio. What? Okay, this is the vertex depth, I think. Oh, we can just use vertex Z, can't we? To get how much it's poking out. That's not what we want, though. That's not what we want. We want to know whether it's on one side or the other of the fold. And to get that, we would use modulo arithmetic. So mix the albedo with black. Let's test. Does this work? All right. Yes. This is a darkening function effectively. Float darkness. Oh, look at that. That already gave it a little bit of pop. Not quite the right amount, but close. But it needs to happen right now. It's let's see. So we could do fold width divided by 2. And then multiply that by 2. That gives it a little bit of crease. That gives it a very nice crease, actually. That gives it a very, very nice crease. Jeez, that's really good. That's better than I would have expected for as little as we just did there. How does that look in the fold out, though? Really good. Huh? Got some good creases here. Some creases pieces. That's a fun effect. I'm quite satisfied with how that turned out. Let's draw some more pages now. Oh wait, no. One more thing. Let's see if we can shave off the top. Hang on, let's check real quick. Godot, PNG, artifact, edge. On the edge of Machinda. Yeah, that's not the one. Apparently that can happen with a driver issue. Great, cool. Texture import, turn off compression, re-import. I'll try it. So we do this. Read that again. Texture import, just turn off compression. Did not seem to make any difference. Well, then let's try to fix it the dumb way. We're looking at vertex Y. Let's see here. Some kind of like threshold, right? Or can we use clamp? Godot shader clamp. Yeah, clamp function. Where's clamp function? It's not on this page. Look, what am I doing here? Built-in functions. Oh, wait. It's at the bottom of this page. Built-in functions. Clamp. Clamps X between min and max. Perfect. All right. So what I would do is I would say alpha equals mix alpha to 0 at first based on vertex dot y. Based on 1.0 minus vertex.y. Whoa, that's a cool... I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I like it. We'll clamp that to 0 and 1. What does that do? Nice. That's about what I expected it to do. So next up, I want 1 to be 0 and 0 to be 1. Isn't that what I want? Isn't that what I want? Vertex Y is, or am I thinking of the UV again? I might be thinking of the UV. There's a chance I'm thinking of the UV. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so vertex y is the actual. So we do want the UV dot y, but 1.0 minus it. Yeah, that's how it would fade out. So then what you would do is clamp that value between 0 and 0.01 and then multiply it by 100. No. Not quite. Not quite. Wait, there's a way to... Hey, Winter Beast. There's some other function that's not clamp, but is something similar. Is it step? It is step. If B is less than A, returns 0, otherwise returns 1. Perfect. Okay, so we want to step UVY and 0.1, let's say. Let's make it a smaller amount. I think we fixed it. I think that did actually trim off that weird... Wait, there's still a little something, but I think it's only at weird angles, so maybe we're okay. Let's take this step out and see if it reappears. Yeah, look at that. Look at it. You guys might not even be able to see it with the stream compression, but like there's these weird lines that appear at the edge of the transparent texture. And I can add this line to shave off the top, let's say 3% of the texture. Boom. Okay, that's better. That is significantly better. All right, and now we've got the little crease effect on the albedo. Looks pretty good. All right, I need H2. Yeah, she's just chilling. Yeah. All right. This is good. This is good. Let's add more pages. That's the next step. That's the next step. Okay. It is said they were operating a mysterious device that sat at the heart of the maze-like city. That's this. So I need a good traceable image of this. There we go. We're just gonna make a big old image here. All right. The Dream Machine. Let's see, that's 3 layers. Maybe we can do the brick wall as a background layer or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah. See, I could very easily just run a filter on this image to get an outline if I wanted to, but then it becomes too clean. I need the imperfections. I need the human touch of my crummy motor skills. I need the places where the lines don't quite connect perfectly. What am I looking at here? Okay, so that's that. Where are the pipes? These are here. Okay. They're certainly good enough for the task at hand. Okay, looks good. Haven't studied. Gotta study. That'll work. Okay, and then we are going to select all of this. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. You're new here. Perfect. We are making the introduction cinematic to a game that I've been working on for about a year, which is very heavily inspired by Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door. So there's that part at the start of Thousand Year Door that is like a little storybook, and I'm doing a twist on that. I'm making it a pop-up book, which required some very fancy shader magic. So I'm making these layers, and then I just throw it into the shader, and the shader does this nice little effect here where it kind of unfolds the story one page at a time. The timing, we haven't set the timing or anything yet, but we got like the little crinkly bit of the paper and the way that it folds out radially was not trivial. I mean, admittedly, it's just trig, but shaders are still magic to me. I've got the Steam page, but it's not public yet. We've got the trailer at least, but is it paper? Shut up, snail. Yeah, there it is. The preview video. That video is old. That was from March. We've made a lot of progress, and we all of us, me and chat have made a lot of progress on this. You know what? Yeah, let's leave a hole in the middle. Let's leave a hole in the middle. That would be nice, I think, personally. But that does mean I need to do a nice little one of these. With a line. A very careful line. Thinner line than that. You know what? I never really noticed it, but it almost looks like a big eyeball. But that's merely a trick of perspective. It's merely a trick of perspective. Okay, so there's the first image of this layer here. And then the second one, we're gonna mirror this one. We're gonna just mirror it when it's a lot of gear. Have we won? Oh, we lost. Pin Pals was a flop. Game over. Ad is about to start, it says, in 5 minutes. Do you have fast skip on text? I added that about 3 weeks ago. Yay! So it is the variety that Bug Fables uses, which is when you tap the cancel button, it zips to the end of that particular page. Thousand Year Door instead has you hold the button to increase the speed of text, and there may be some kind of mash effect that also skips to the end. But I thought it was just simpler. Just you can either hold to go fast, or you can press the cancel button to skip to the end. Yeah, fairly quickly. It's gonna need some fine tuning. What's up, girl? It's gonna need a little bit of fine tuning. Being able to skip cinematics is something that I am thinking about, but is really weirdly tricky. Because the cinematics do so much stuff. Like, logic happens in a cinematic. For instance, some cinematics may force you into a battle. And so now I got to think about, well, some cinematics just like advance some flag in the game state. And it's like, for that, it's, yeah, okay, skip the text and set the flag. And that's fine. But the ones that do weird things like start battle or change your inventory, to give you a key item, it's like, oh, how in the world? The cinematic system that I built out does so many different things. How in the world can I write code that will handle all those different cases? And I thought of a very cursed solution that I haven't talked myself out of it yet. Now, first of all, I'm kind of in the camp that cinematics are going to be enabled, like you can't skip them maybe on your first playthrough or something like that. Or maybe there's like a hidden option in the settings or like enable skip cinematics. No, that's fair. That's fair. It's tricky because like it's an RPG, so I'm estimating 40% of the game, 30 to 40% of the game is dialogue and cinematics. And so it feels weird to include a feature that basically skips so much of what the game is. But, for some people it will be pretty important. So the cursed idea I had for cinematics, to make sure that everything still plays correctly, like state updates still go through, forced battles still happen, all that. The really dumb idea was when I activate the skip cinematic function, whatever that turns out to be, the game speed goes up by a factor of like I fade to black. I put some overlay over the entire scene, fade to black, speed up the game by like 50, play at 50 times speed, and then as soon as it encounters a state where the game is not in a cinematic, turn the game speed back to 1 and fade in. That is such a dumb, bad idea. And yet... And yet, maybe that could work. All right, I want to duplicate this layer, I think, because it's, yeah, it wasn't thick enough. That line was still kind of flaky. Could you stop beeping? Selection by 2 pixels, and then fill this with white. Wait. First. Take that out. Okay, take that out now. What's going on, Posey? Do you need to go outside, perhaps? Is that what's going on here? There we go. That looks alright. I think the dog... Huh? Maybe? I don't know. Posey, you need to go out? Yeah. New dog. And so we're not sure on her signals just yet. You did go out just a little bit ago, but you might need to go again. She might be a little bored. Tool options. Oh, here we go. This is the one. I'm still used to this, getting used to this program also. There we go. That looks fine. Okay, so that'll be the second piece of this pop-up page. Oh, but it needs, because it's silly that I care about this. Where did my pin go? It's silly that I care about this, but where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Ah. Oh, maybe. I understand, yeah. It's silly that I care about this, but we can't have the we can't have these pop-up elements floating. They have to be attached to something. It's very important. All right. There we go. And then let's fast forward this one a little bit. We're gonna do a spirally something or other. Sure. But then also a bunch of like something like this, vaguely. I think Cozy needs to go out. I'm gonna take her. Yes. I get. Then we're gonna need to end stream. We're gonna go over into Germ Dove. Because yeah, by the time I get back up, we're not gonna have time for anything. Everyone, thank you for hanging out. Yeah, pop-up book system coming along nicely. Yeah, I think it's coming along. Still got a lot of work to do on the prologue. Chapter 1 done. Prologue, like, let's say 30%, 35 even. Need a new like weak enemy for just kind of the tutorial zone. But we'll get it all figured out. All right, thank you all for hanging out. I will see you next time. Bye.